Hey, welcome, Tech4O channel here. You're watching me through the MGCool Explorer 3 and you're listening me through the very same camera. About the picture, I've got to say unedited raw image is what you're seeing. And if you notice not very crisp colors, I think it's because of the fog. And the fog is caused by the pollution. That's what happens when you have a city surrounded by mountains and practically no wind. At least that's how it is at the moment, and a lot of vehicles and a lot of people who are kind of careless about pollution. So think green. You know, I've always wondered when looking into action camera reviews, where is that shot and where is that place? How does it feel? You are in Sofia right now, so that is the Sofia city center, the National Gallery behind me. Over there we have the National Bank building and quite many things. A nice place to visit, especially when there is no fog. Now the purpose of the review is to have a look at the MGCool Explorer 3, so here we go. This is MGCool's first true 4K action camera, and the second action camera based on iCatch V50 CPU that I'm having a look at. The box is rather discreet. If I didn't know that inside we have a camera, I would have thought it is a smartphone. The smaller dimensions mean less accessories, and having less accessories makes me think there might be other corners cut and the camera may not be a blockbuster. But wait, true 4K with electronic image stabilization and gyro and touchscreen for less than $100? That makes me eager to find out more about it. The first thing I obviously disliked was how tight the waterproof housing is stuck at the plastic. Spending half of a minute to take it out made me a bit nervous. But this seems to be a feature by design, with the idea of keeping it firm inside the box. Accessories are not too many, a few screws, a few mounts, a rather useless frame, and as you can see, the camera comes inside a waterproof case. Looking into the two buttons on top, it has a different to the traditional navigation setup. Taking it out of the case reveals a beautifully designed body with soft, dark grey color and black plastic covering. The surface is not slippery and the grip should be good even for sweaty hands. There is a standard 1/4 compatible tripod mount, a speaker, a mini USB and HDMI output, and the card slot. The heart of this well-designed body is the iCatch V50, equipped with a Panasonic sensor and 7-glass sharp lens. The angle of view is ultra-wide, 170 degree, and that gets reduced a bit if the image stabilization is on. Although the USB port is mini, which allows companies to be creative and add support for various extras like pulse control, external microphones and so on, the port on this camera seems not to be utilized for anything but charging and connecting to computer. The battery is lithium-ion, 1100 mAh capacity, and the manufacturer predicts around an hour of recording in 4K and slightly longer in Full HD. Wi-Fi connection promises up to 15 meters of operation, and we will explore this statement in the forthcoming deep dive review. Operations-wise, the Explorer 3 has some excellent ideas, some of which are terribly implemented. If you see these arrows, each one of them has a purpose. You may easily switch between shooting modes and replay the footage captured. Various settings are available. Unfortunately, resolutions are limited to 4K, Full HD at 60 frames per second and 720p at 120 frames per second. This leaves you with rather poor quality slow motion and almost no choice of shooting preference. There is no car mode and no long exposure photo settings. Among its few flaws, the Explorer 3 is a good performer, at least in terms of picture quality. Colors are overall accurate, white balance is good, and there is a good level of details on objects. And the image stabilization does a pretty good job. No matter what kind of conditions I was shooting at, the results were never disappointing. excellent picture quality and excellent microphone quality, what can we wish from an affordable action camera? Well, I'll tell you what, we want car mode, we want better frames, slightly better accessories, and better navigation. I'll tell you, this navigation on the touchscreen of the MGCool Explorer 3, it's reckless. I really prefer to do the navigation with the two buttons which are on the top. Kind of a weird decision to have two buttons next to each other. Both of them feel like the shutter button, but just one of them works as a shutter button. But still, navigation with these buttons is way better than these terribly organized menus with the touchscreen. Overall, I will rate this camera as good because of the good picture quality and the stabilization with 4K. And now I'm waiting for you to tell me what is your opinion. Use the comments below. Speaking of below, there's a big description. Over there you can find more information about this camera, more discounts and more camera reviews. And as usual, thanks to one for watching this one. Share it with your friends if you liked it, hit the like button, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers!